Hello, cookies. Welcome to another vlog. It is Tuesday. Yesterday, I was at home working, but kind of like lost in the sauce. I guess because it was like a holiday, and it was raining, just like gloomy the whole day. I felt kind of like not connected to my work or just not so focused. But anyway, I ended up going to an event with Jerry had invited me to attend this event at Bergdorf with Rick Owens. They were doing like a big window and in-store reveal, and Rick Owens was actually there. I met him. He is actually so sweet, so soft-spoken, and just like very light. And it's so interesting because it's like a weird dynamic. Like he's always gothic and dark, and then he just seems so light in personality and very almost like childlike in the most acceptable way. Like it's hard to explain. Like he was very youthful. But anyway, that was fun. My hair was not done, so I ended up just stuffing all of it into a hat by Joseph McRae. And today I woke up a little early, not early enough, but I was tired and I couldn't sleep last night. Y'all, I ended up watching Edward Scissorhands. That movie terrifies me every time. It just like I try to watch it to get over this fear that I have with Edward Scissorhands, and every time I try, like I'm able to watch the film, and then at night I have nightmares. I have nightmares. Anyway, couldn't sleep, and then there was like some kind of car honking situation out there, and it wasn't like someone was stuck by someone else like double parked next to them. I think it was some kind of dysfunction with the actual car horn. Girl. Anyway, so didn't sleep well at all. Today, I think we have a full day. When I say I think, it's because I didn't necessarily RSVP correctly to something. And this happened to me last week. I don't know. I'm nervous. So we're going to MC Studios. It's basically a showroom. They house plenty of designers that I also assume that they do PR and marketing with. And then after that, we're going to Masai. It's a shoe brand. I've seen it before, and I like some of their styles. They have this event through Shop My today that they have like a pop-up, and it's a shoe try-on. I think they're giving a shoe away, like they're gifting it to us too. I don't know. I don't listen. I want to see the stuff in person. And then the event that I don't know if I RSVP correctly to is with Sulsawu. It's a Korean skincare brand. They're having a black tie affair at the Guggenheim, which sounds really nice, right? Yeah, I don't know if I RSVP correctly because I RSVP'd at the very end of that day that they say was the last day. They didn't respond, but then I got this other thing that said like confirm your RSVP, and like it says yes. I don't know. But either way, I'm like, how do I dress for like these chill situations? And then for and I have no time to come home in between the shoe brand event and the actual Guggenheim, the Sulsawu and Guggenheim event. I'm hoping that my hair stays. I use that spray Wow on my hair, but I don't think I used it correctly either, because I was like, oh, okay, I'll spray it once I'm ready to do like the flat iron part. No, I was supposed to spray it on when my hair was still damp. So what I did was I always blow dry my hair, and it's never fully dry the first time I run through the whole head. So when I blow dry it the first time, that's when I realized, I was like, oh, my hair is a little damp at the roots. So I spritz it in like the 4 sections and combed it through. Hopefully it stays without frizz. It's 88% humidity out there today. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of things. Let me get a bra. But I'm thinking wearing a tuxedo stripe wide leg pant. Like, I'm gonna Diane Keaton with this, I think, and it's the best week to do so. May she rest in peace. Found out the other day that our dearest passed, and honestly, I love Diane Keaton. I've always adored her style. I've talked about it before. And she also just seemed like a joy to be around. And now that like she's passed, like some of her co-stars, like Martin, was it Martin Short and Steve Martin? Child, don't give me the line. Oh my God. Martin Short and Marty Short and Steve Martin. Pink Panther Man. They were talking about how they've been friends for years. Like they went to college together apparently and all this other stuff, and just how long they've been. I didn't even know Al Pacino and her dated after The Godfather for several years, like 16 years or something like that. But he couldn't commit. You know, listen. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh man, I forgot the button came off from this pant. Okay, so I have these Wardrobe NYC pants, right? Okay, we're getting somewhere. I have an hour. The other thing too, I have a phone meeting with my new campaign manager who's going to be dealing with all my partnerships, communication, and basically discussing onboard contracting with her, because essentially it's under CBMG Inc., which is my company that oversees Noir Bud, Gray Layers, and me, the content creator, Carolyn Gray. So CMG Inc. is going to be hiring her. Or honestly, I think it's more like a consultant role. Yeah, so we're doing that today. What shirt is this? Oh, a brand gifted me this and I completely forgot about it. Okay, let me steam this. So we have that call at 2. It is 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. And what I would like to do, because the MC showroom visit is at 3, right? So what I'm thinking is get out of here by 1. I ain't even post a vlog up today. I'm going to see how much footage I have for a vlog and piece it together. I'm going to take my, oh, here's the button. I'm going to take my computer with me today. But I'm thinking, let me get downtown near the showroom, take the call at like a cafe, a La Colombe or something like that with my campaign manager, Zoe, and then go to the showroom and then go to, how much time do I have between the showroom visit and, so we have the showroom visit and then we have 2 hours in between the pop-up and the showroom visit, which isn't terrible because you know what? I could work on a vlog or something within that time. I could make something happen with some content, right? I'll just take all my equipment with me. Let me pause this and steam that shirt. Now, I so desperately would rather wear like a really sporty looking sweater or something with these pants. But considering I might have to, I might be accessing that black tie affair, I want to be proper, my introduction to the brand. I don't want to be coming up there looking like I'm not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do this. So this is from a brand called Sold Out NYC. I like how it kind of does that in the back. I wonder, it's not completely steamed. I didn't do the best job. Whatever. I can fix it. So we have this. Let me bring this down a bit. So we have these pants from wardrobe with that tuxedo siding. I have these ballet flats, but I don't want to wear them yet. They're new. I don't want to wear them yet because this is like a special edition or something. This is with the Camilla flower, which is Coco Chanel's it's like their state flower. But they have the print on the bottom, and the sales associate that I was working with to get these, who's really nice, Judith at 57th Street, very nice lady, okay? Very nice. She made me feel very welcomed and cared for. She let me try on ready to wear, all this stuff. But she suggested I find a cobbler that can do like a clear protection layer on these shoes. But also I feel like it's a bit too matchy or too expected altogether with that. I could do, I have these Tom Brown mules. Because here's the thing, y'all. I want to be comfortable, obviously, throughout this whole entire day. The other thing, though, I might throw on a heel when I get to the event if they let me in. That would be so annoying. Again, I feel like this is a bit too expected. It doesn't show. I like the white peeping out on the toe of this one. I think we're going to go with that option. The only other option I'm thinking is this Oxford shoe. You can't see. This Oxford shoe with a slight little heel. These are actually old Chanel. I got these from Bergdorf a couple years ago on sale. Just watching Jerry's stories and seeing what was available. I was like, oh, girl, yeah, I like those. Those are chic. Those are nice. And if I were to wear these, then I'm not, what's it called? I'm not going to wear a heel at the event. Look at me. I'm going to roll my pants to take away some of that. Who's going to know? They're not going to know. Yeah, that automatically just took off all that. Honestly, can't go wrong with either, right? Let me see. I'm looking at the mirror, obviously, right here. The only thing is, I kind of prefer this shoe because this shoe tends to, my feet swell sometimes, but it feels fine now. Oh, I don't want to risk that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do. I think I'll do the closed toe one. I mean, the closed back one. Because also, it is chilly, I think, right? Let me see the temperature. It's 60 degrees. Yeah, it's chilly. So let me put that. I'll get on some thinner socks, some real thin socks I'll wear with those. And then as far as a jacket, I wish I got I don't know if they have a matching jacket actually to these pants. I gotta look that up. But my fear is I wear a jacket that doesn't necessarily match the pant too well. So I have this old like hourglass blazer from the Frankie shop. Let me see how much of a difference. And do we like this particular no lapel with this vibe? Because I could mix and match. I could do the whole thing, have this tail tucking out like so, and it be a cool vibe, you know? Like I said, we're like giving Diane Keaton core. Meryl Streep says she's the most covered lady in Hollywood. I mean, it's not terrible. You know? With the shoe. Because it's just, you know, I'm doing, yeah, and that way I feel like this is cool. You know, it's still like fun, and I'm meeting these people at the showroom. You know, I'm still like myself and comfortable. Y'all know I love a good button up. What am I trying to do? Okay. So I could have it like so. I mean, this is cool. I think I'm comfortable with this. And it could still resonate nicely. The only thing is, if I wanted, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to think too hard about it, and honestly, like, just let me put on a necklace or something. I want to, because then it's like if I try to think too hard about certain things like this, then it's like I start beating myself up over like not having certain things in preparation for times like this, or like, oh, I need to stop wasting money on things that like in the moment spark my interest or whatever, or looks really interesting, but then like I don't have any classic XYZ. Like, no, I have what I need. I don't want to like start thinking that way. That's nice. Okay. What else I could layer? I haven't worn some of this stuff from Fashion Week, where Pandora gifted us like these talisman pieces from Karen Britchick's styling suite event. Okay, something's happening. I like. No, that's too long. You know what? We're just gonna keep it here because I can't. I'm not gonna get frustrated over no dang on necklaces. And I have my rings out there. What bag? If I'm gonna be taking my laptop today, I wore a bag yesterday that was really. It was from Urban Revival. Let me go get it. And it looks like Maison Margiela. I thought it was so adorbs, right? It dresses down like the moment, but I can pack a little bag if I do make it into the party and just like coat check this, or maybe I could do it like this type of thing. I don't freaking know. Sorry, there we go. I could just take this little baby and let that be my little moment. If I, at the party, it could just surprise, surprise, surprise. So that I'll pack with me, and this I'll take to just roll with me different places. Trying to see other people outside. That man got a whole suit on, the other man got a hoodie on. It's hard to tell if it's cold or not by looking at men and what they're wearing outside. They don't get cold like we do. He did such a nice job. Boom. Okay.
So you put this mask on. This will help you to breathe easier.
Oh boy.
And this will go over your ears. This is the back. It's a headband. After that, you will hang your robes behind you by the door.
Wait, so Cookies, I had no idea that I was going to be doing cryotherapy on this day. They didn't tell me until after my session was over. And also, I did not realize that this young man was going to be in the room with me while I'm in my skivvies and that I will be visible in this way. I'm used to like cryotherapy tanks where you go in, you give them your robe over the tank door and they don't see you, and like you're supposed to be completely naked, I thought. But thank God I was still wearing my underwear for my service. And I didn't realize he was in there. Is he actually watching me? No, I don't know. I don't know, but he knew that the camera was right there. Anyway, I was playing Beyonce's Renaissance album, and I was just trying my best not to die, because when you're in cryotherapy, your body automatically just feels like it's going into fight mode, especially if you're not used to doing it. And I'm not gonna lie, I do think this cryotherapy session kind of threw my body off a little bit, because women aren't supposed to like feel this cold. We're supposed to keep heat in our bodies according to traditional Chinese medicine and keeping our chi aligned. But y'all, I was fighting for my life. And also, that mask on my face, it was okay or whatever, and I'm sure it was protecting me, but I also felt like I couldn't breathe any freaking way. This session was supposed to be 3 minutes long. I lasted a good 2 minutes, and yeah, I tapped out. But y'all, I did not know I was going to be in my skivvies like this with my thong, and this young man was going to be in a room like that. I was trying to play it off, but I wish they would have told me that. And also, I wish they would have had a lady with me. What you checking your watch for, sir? Anyway, you see the thing is going on the thing. You know what time it is. Don't be checking your watch. Or whatever. Maybe he was checking in text message. I gotta calm down. But I was really like going nuts. Yeah, it was. We were tapped out at this point. All right, bye. 2 minutes. I've done 1 minute before.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know they were gonna have me do this today. I was not prepared. But now I have like that runner's high. Like that, like I feel in a good way. Yeah, in a good way. Oh, do I have icicles? Okay, you need these things.
Yeah, you will take your shoe and the socks off here.
Wow. I didn't even know Equinox had this in here.
Yeah, only the spa.
Only the spa, right?
Yeah.
But not all spas.
No,
not all Equinox spas. Woo. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I'm sure that's good for the facial thing too that they just did. I'm filming for my YouTube. Y'all, that was a lot. Okay, so we have a change of plans. I have to go to Bergdorf because Jerry just called and told me that something's come up that we've been looking for. So I'm crunched for time, but we're gonna make this shake. Hi.
Carolyn?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? Alrighty. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Looks like today's a shopping day.
Yeah, well, unintentionally so, yes.
Unintentionally. I never
This is
heard
not
that
the
before.
plan. It was not the plan. But, you know, it happens. Hello, cookies. Really quickly, it is Thursday. I have an event to go to for a jewelry store opening in Soho, but I'm also dressed by essentially MC Studios, which is a shopping app, and I'm wearing Colina Strada, this dress, and also this skirt that I'm about to steam because it got a little wrinkled in transit, and then I'm wearing a Mimchick skirt. Yeah, so they reached out and asked me to, be a part of their influencer community where basically we could like rent some of the pieces to highlight the items and things that are available on the actual app, right? So a lot of really cool up and coming or well-known designers like Wales Bonner is on the site to be able to purchase. Colina Strada, obviously, what I'm wearing. But I thought it was so cool that they would be like, oh yeah, you could rent pieces whenever you need, whenever you have events or dinners to go to. And while I do feel that I have a wardrobe that would suffice, I do think that there are certain things that are worth like renting and like giving back when you're finished. I think it's fun, it's playful, it kind of gives you insight to getting to know the brand. But the thing is, the renting aspect from MC Studios is not available to everybody. It's just their influencer community. So when I went there the other day, that was a pretty good time. They let me try on everything that I wanted to try on, gave me 3 pieces, some jewelry pieces as well. I could also rent accessories, handbags, jewelry, and stuff like that. And I could use it for events or even just photo shoots, editorials, and stuff like that also. And I think they definitely vet whoever they're dealing with. And then you take it back and it gets dry cleaned or whatever for the next person. But yeah, I went there on, what was that, Tuesday? Child, I don't even remember what day it was. We went over there, but we went over there. It was a really nice time. And after that, I went to the Masai pop-up in Soho and picked out some shoes. They're going to send it to me. But I got to meet the owners. They were so sweet. They were so sweet, telling us the story of the brand and how it kind of came about and how they're continuing. They like literally, and they were just like kind of flabbergasted on how like American people talk about money or like how good they're going to sell here. It kind of made them like bashful. I thought it was so cute. I was like, yeah, we are very out there with certain commentary when it comes to like money or asking people how much people pocket watching. Americans are big pocket watchers. So yeah, we talked about that, and I had my first crepe. It was really good actually. And then I had like a headache. I felt very out of it that day, and so I came home and I skipped the black tie event that I think I was RSVP to, but I didn't really get confirmation. And y'all know I don't like popping up nowhere that I don't have my confirmation for. So that was that. And then the next day, yesterday, so that was Tuesday. The next day we went to Equinox Hudson Yards for a Dermaflash one-on-one like seminar basically with the owner Dara of Dermaflash, and her daughter was there as well, but like basically teaching us that the Dermaflash tool is now they've made a pro tool version of it just for spas, just for estheticians to use to dermaplane with. And I got a spa treatment. I got my facial done. I got dermaplane. And then I also did cryotherapy, which I was not expecting. They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me I was going to get cryotherapy, but I could enjoy like the sauna or something, whatever the amenities were at Equinox. But I didn't partake, but I did partake in cryo, and I did show y'all that. I was freaking out. I didn't know that young man was going to be in the room with me. I didn't know that he was going to see me in my underwear. Like, it was a lot. I told Carlos about it. He just looked at me. He was like, okay. And I was like, all right, well, I guess it's not a problem. Fine. Whatever. He saw my back ass. Anyway, we're here. It's not like he's never seen anything like that before, or worse or better. It is what it is. I'm not really embarrassed, but I'm glad it was over with and that I was able to tap out in 2 minutes and that I lasted for 2 minutes. I didn't think I was going to last at all because, truth be told, I could not breathe and my body went into fight mode. So after that, I came home and my body was cold for the whole night until I had some hot tea. And then I just stayed up and watched some TV, and I did some work when I got home. And now we're here. I've been filming all day, working on some other projects, YouTube integrations with some brands. And then also prepping for tomorrow. I have to film some more stuff for tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to this event. It starts at 6. I think they also want me to be a part of like some on-site photo shoot for the brand. So I was like, ooh, yay. And after that, I'm coming straight home. Child. It's colder today than it was yesterday. It's 58 degrees. Honey. So gonna come right home and have some dinner by myself because Carlos has a real estate event to attend to for his friends brand. And yeah, that's it. That is all we got going on. Tomorrow I do have to deliver these pieces back to MC Studios. I also, because Dermaflash was running behind yesterday, so Hudson Yards Mall was right there, so I went into Zara, and I'll show you the pieces, like the actual pictures from the site, but these are going back. These are itchy, in a sense where Zara's pricing sometimes is just like, girl, please. These were $129. and they did not feel good on my skin. It's like, if you want to be $129 or more, whatever, from Zara, I'm gonna need you to feel good on my skin and not irritate me. And it actually did irritate me. I had my eye on this bodysuit for a while, and it was right next to the register as I was going to check out. And I was like, oh, let me just grab my size. No, it doesn't hold up well at all. No wonder it's still available on the site for so long. So those are going back. However, I did get these leather sleeves, fingerless almost. It just has that thumb piece. I love that, to just like extend under a sleeve. That's really cute. And then I also did get a pair of these like leather flat mules that are kind of like Miu Miu inspired. This don't smell right. This smell like outside. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to spray it because that's not dry clean. Let me check the booty area. Yeah, this smell like outside. Anyway, so yeah. So the other stuff is going back tomorrow. So I'm gonna go tomorrow to return the Zara stuff. I'm also gonna return this stuff to the studio. And if there's time, I also want to partake in seeing this Chinese herbalist doctor down there, because everything's like below Canal Street or around Canal Street in Chinatown area. And I want to see what yeah, I want to go. We're gonna, if there's time, let's see how I feel. And then I want to do my bar class also. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. But let me finish getting dressed, and then we'll head downtown and see what this store opening is all about. I think it's called Great Brilliance. Don't get me the line. I'll tell you in a little bit. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm putting on boots and we're heading out because it says traffic's so crazy that it will be like an hour to get there. And I'm not getting on the train with these rented items. You get what I'm saying? Okay, because they got to go back to sender tomorrow. So anyway, let me just back up a little bit so you can see. But yeah, I have the Mim Chick. I think this is leather. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, 100% leather. Really love this color. See, I like stuff like this because it's like I kind of get some insight on what something like this could do within my wardrobe. So this is really chic. I have on Kalina Strata dress, and then a skirt that I put over top of it just for a cool layering effect. And then my Tory Burch boots. I'm wearing one by Samir Gray, aka Cospence's fragrance, and then my Gucci. I'm actually going to keep this strap on and just keep this chain on for effect because I think it's really cool. But I like the story of greens, blues, and yellows here. I think that looks really nicely and well put together. And I'm just keeping my hair, you know, it's funny because it's a little frizzy, but it's okay because it has the body and everything. And then I have my usual rings on and stuff. But yeah, we're done. Let's go. Let's get out of here. To get this
Your
on
nails
video.
are fabulous.
Thank you. So wait, it starts off
It starts up with a seed, then in a couple of weeks, then this. It takes about 6 weeks, and then when we just start to polish it, this is what it looks like.
Oh wow!
And then
It comes in. Wow.
so it basically.
So as I came in to deliver my returns back to MC Studio, I found out there's a sample sale going on for men's here in the building. We're going. Let me see what's going on. I got off at the wrong floor, but I see that Acne Studios is here. There's a lot of people in this building. Huh. Interessante. Yeah, the delivery man got on, and I thought it was the 10th floor. It's not. Well, hello, cookies. Good morning. It is Saturday. I look how I look. Okay, listen. It's Saturday. I'm heading actually downtown to a Chinese holistic doctor. I went there yesterday, but they didn't have the ability to see me. They were booked. I'm actually mad at myself even now because I woke up later than I wanted to, because right now is the time they open, and I'm sure there's going to be a bit of a line by the time I get there. I mean, being that it is Saturday, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's head out and hope for the best. And yeah, maybe I'll be able to show you what happens when we're there. But basically, I told you guys I'm like really just into the traditional Chinese medicine situation. And apparently they look at your tongue and can tell a lot of things about your health and your spleen, your digestion, hormones, things of that nature. And then it'll give you herbal supplementation to like help balance everything out. So yeah, let's see what he or she has to say. Ooh.
How's your sleep?
Not that good.
No?
No. The last couple of weeks been a little rough.
No. Other things in your mind? No.
Yes, and then some nights my stomach feels full of gas and I can't massage it out.
Oh. Then the gas go up?
Sometimes,
when you lie
yeah.
down?
No, not when I lie down. It's not like burp acidic. It's not like that. It's just I do burp more.
So you need a massage to make it.
Yeah, and
make
it doesn't
comfortable.
really come out easy.
You say poop? You don't poop?
Not too not consistent.
So then sometimes you constipate.
Sometimes. Last week I tried flaxseed sludge. I was learning from this lady who does TCM also, and it helped me go very well. But some days it's not consistent.
How's your menstruation?
Regular.
On time?
The last month was a little shorter, but overall the last year has been regular.
No skin breakout before menstruation? And no facial hair?
I get one or two,
maybe
but
little.
nothing. Yeah, no. I pluck it. Just one.
You have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So your hair okay? Almost very hair.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hair, no problem with thinning, nothing. It's growing fast, actually.
Oh.
My hair's been growing very fast.
So basically, it's not sleeping well, stress, some pimple before menstruation, and bloating, and also sometimes constipated. Right? Anything else?
I was told by Dr. Han, he's a cardiovascular surgeon, he told me that my pelvic has, like I have pelvic congestion syndrome. So my left leg swells up sometimes. Typically around my cycle, when it's about to start, I get a bit swollen on my left, and I feel my veins a little bit more constricted and tight. So they did a CAT scan in July and saw that I have this pelvic congestion, and I didn't know about it before.
I think I try to help your try to working on your female system.
Okay.
That will help you the cyst, help you the pelvic congestion. I think that when the energy moving here, you will not only this problem, also your skin will better too.
That's fine with me.
So your period is not heavy.
No, like it lasts for 7 days, but the first 3 days heavy, and then the rest light.
But it's not too heavy. I mean, it didn't stop you go to work.
No. I do find that I have a lot of stomach issues
During that time.
Yeah.
More bloated.
Yeah, or just I don't feel like I digest well. I'm irritated a lot in my stomach.
Can I see your tongue? Okay. I'll give some herb to help you.
Okay. For stomach and
hormone balance.
What do you see on my tongue?
Your tongue looks your energy is your female energy gets stuck. It's not moving.
Oh.
So we try to help you remove the stagnation, which is like a cyst, or you said the pelvic congestion, right?
Okay.
And so make sure your hormone better, so you can actually sleep better.
Yeah.
You don't feel swollen. You don't feel pimple hair.
That's interesting. I know that someone said that maybe my spleen wasn't.
It's more to me is a liver.
Liver.
Yeah. The liver and spleen.
Okay.
Yeah, liver and spleen.
Okay. That's good to know. I didn't even think of that.
Dạ phải để xịt lại xin á, rồi đang tặng xin đốt sủi rồi rồi đó. Oh,
Good morning, cookies. It is Monday, and I'm just going to wrap up the video here. Actually, I'm trying this new almond butter that I saw on Whole Foods when I was placing my order the other day. Barney butter. So I have Barney butter and Bon Maman strawberry preserves jam, and I'm just eating my little it's like a PB&J but with almond butter, right? And on one slab two things. I'm like nervous and don't really have an appetite because I'm starting the Chinese herbal tea today. And I have edemophobia. I have a fear of vomiting, people vomiting, seeing other people, hearing it, all the things, gagging, all the things. I don't have it so severe where I think about it all the time, but I have it to the point where I do avoid a lot of certain, like I avoid a lot. I avoid so many things as a result to this fear of mine. And I have a lot of, I don't want to get into it, but anyway, yeah, so I did put in the list of ingredients that I got into ChatGPT just to ensure that I know which of them might cause nausea and other things. One of them could. But anyway, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm actually going to document my journey a little bit more closely on TikTok with a day-by-day kind of play. But basically what happened was the other day we went to Chinatown, right? And I got there around 11:30, and the lady was just like, okay, yeah, sign in. And I noticed I was given the number 40. So she told me, it's about 2-3 hour wait. So like, if you want to come back, you could do that. You could wait here, but like, do you really want to do that? So I was like, no, I'll come back. So I went and took a bar class with Kalila London at Equinox. I'm sore, okay? Jesus, I forgot how amazing her classes are. So good. It was like 10 people waitlisted before me, but I still got into the class because some people just don't show up, even if they're on the wait list. So anyway, yeah, went to that class, went back to the doctor because it was like an hour and some change. And she was like, you got like another hour or so for sure. And I was like, okay. Now I was walking slow through Soho and all those other places. This is like Chinatown, Little Italy, Soho. So I was like back and forth, back and forth. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do for like another hour or so? So I went all the way to Times Square, not Times Square, like Bryant Park area, to go to Culture Espresso to get some cookies. Then I walked over to Kona Roasters on 42nd and Park, and I was like, let me get a little latte. And then I like took my time. Trains were all jacked up that day too. I took my time getting back down to Chinatown, and I think I waited for like another 45 minutes. There was seen, I showed you guys, he took my pulse, looked at my tongue, asked some questions. I told him some things that I was experiencing. And then he gave me so many, y'all, so many. So I noticed on some other people's videos of this, they got like 2 or 3 packets. I got 8 packets plus I have to scoop this into it. And I have to, it will all dissolve. I have to do it in 16 ounces of water. I have it waiting there. And we're going to take half of it in the morning and half of it at night after eating something. But he said that my liver needs help and that my feminine energy is off, that my flow is stuck, which is crazy because when you have pelvic congestion syndrome, you have a lot of pulling of blood there. So he saw that. Told me to come back next month to do it again, to take the same remedies again, I'm assuming, but he told me to come back next month. So anyway, I'm going to eat this and put something in my belly, and then we'll make the tea. Y'all know I like my toast real crunchy. BRB. Okay, so I ate my toast. Of course, I left like a little bit of crust because I am a child. All right, so before I start dual filming with my phone and this, I want to just kind of go over some of the things that I put into ChatGPT for clarification on what each ingredient does, XYZ, right? So like I said, there's 8 different ingredients, and I asked it, what's its purpose also, just to understand, because there was a little bit of a language barrier. So here's a rundown. You get there, they're open from like 10 to 5 or 6. The doctor's usually just up there till 4 p.m. You get there, you sign in at the register. They tell you your number, how long the wait is, et cetera, et cetera. if there is room upstairs where the actual office is, and there's like a couple of chairs there, they'll send you right upstairs to wait if it's not that long of a wait. Once it is closer to the time it is your turn, you do get told to go up to the lobby and sit up there. You have like maybe 4 or 5 chairs in the front area of the store that you can chill at if you wanted to, but also in the neighborhood, there's a lot of places to eat at and things of that nature. And don't feel nervous about going there and like having to do a whole thing where it can get you sick. He's literally just going to look at your pulse, take a glance at your tongue, look at your tongue just like that, not touching it or anything like that. He might listen to your heartbeat or anything like that. I noticed that there was a stethoscope there, you know, the thing that they use to, okay. And so what else? Okay, yeah, there's plenty of places around there for like a quick little cafe, a little matcha, a little sweetness. I was too nervous to do any of that because I didn't know what I was walking into. But anyway, you go in and literally he just feels your pulse and listens to that and figures that out, asks you a bunch of questions, and then he writes notes in his language. I don't know if it was Mandarin, I don't know what it was, but he wrote all these notes on a paper and he gave it to me to give it to them. And then on the paper it says like 16 ounces, blending 16 ounces day and night, blah, 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 come back in 2 weeks. So I gave Chad the herb and told me by breakdown. So the Vicaria seeds or Chao Wang Bu Ling Qing is to move qi and blood, promotes lactation and menstrual flow, often used for poor circulation, hormonal stagnation, or stuck liver energy. Dan Chao. Okay, sorry. I'm trying my best to say as close as I think it might be sounded out as. Please forgive me if this seems disrespectful. I find it more respectful to try to pronounce these words. Dan Chao Ren is strong blood mover used for menstrual irregularity, pelvic congestion, or clots. Contains small amounts of bitter compound in peach bits. So it's made of peach kernel. Helps promote circulation but can irritate sensitive stomach. Chai Hu, which is bumper girl, I don't even know how to say it in American. In English. Harmonizes and frees liver chi, relieves stress related tension, helps with PMS, digestive upset, and mood swings. Has anti-inflammatory and adaptogenic effects. Jiaolian Qin Chu is medicated leave-in fermented wheat. Helps digestion and absorption, used when herbs might otherwise upset stomach or when digestion is sluggish. So this is supposed to maybe balance how everything else might upset you. Shao Wen Qin, which is fleece flower, nourishes liver and kidneys, calms the spirit, used for hair health and sleep. He did ask me, how's my hair? And I was like, my hair is growing really fast, actually, lately. Contains compound that can support antioxidant activity, but may cause liver strain in some people. This is the one that it says, watch out for nausea. Shimei, which is Indian mock strawberry, clears heat, detoxifies, reduces inflammation, mild diuretic, has antimicrobial, I'm not saying that right, and anti-inflammatory plant compounds. Su Tiangfu, cooked cypress nutgrass, girl, regulates liver qi and relieves bloating, cramps, and irritability, especially hormonal mood swings and digestive sluggishness. May reduce gas and spasms in the intestines. I did have like burbles in my intestines. I've been hearing burbles in my stomach for the last week. It's ridiculous. Hung Hua, safflower, strong blood mover, used to stimulate circulation and relieve pain or stagnation, especially menstrual cramps. Contains flavonoids that improve blood flow. Zichi, unripe bitter orange, moves qi, relieves bloating and constipation, wakes up sluggish digestion. Contains cephalin, a compound similar to caffeine, can mildly raise heart rate or blood pressure. So the thing about all of these doses, right, and the scoop of this, these are all like 0.5 grams, right? Yeah. like 0.07 ounces of something. Like I can feel the amount in here. So we're going to take them and have to do 1 scoop in all of these. So we're going to start filming simultaneously with my phone so we can tell the people all the things. Now, mind you, the reminder of why I even am doing this. I recently, found out that I have pelvic congestion syndrome, which is something that, basically was causing swelling in on the left side of my body. And I can feel my veins and poor circulation. One thing that kind of like freaked me out, because the symptoms started to happen once a month around my menstrual cycle, right before my menstrual cycle in February. That's when it started, right? And then in May, June, I started to notice it was lasting a little bit longer. It was really uncomfortable. I was limping. And then I wore a pair of shoes in June that caused blisters on both of my feet on the same spots, right? And I noticed on my left side that the sores were not healing, like at all, for almost 2 weeks, whereas my right foot was healing, right, quickly. And so that kind of was like, okay, red flag, like circulation issue on this side for sure. So I went to a cardiovascular surgeon. We did some x-rays, found out that he was like, you either have May-Thurner syndrome or you have pelvic congestion syndrome. And we found out with the x-rays and everything that I do have pelvic congestion syndrome. So there's I have blood pooling in my pelvic area. I am super inflamed when it comes to my cycle. I have to be a little bit more careful about my sodium intake, just high blood pressure, making sure that blood flow is always a constant, and I'm always doing things to promote blood flow, that I'm working out, that I'm paying attention to days where I'm, wearing high heels or not, right? Wearing compression socks and shorts, and, paying attention to if I'm flying or traveling, then I'm moving around every 2 hours and stuff like that. So, there's a lack of movement of blood flow, and it's caused the hindrances in my pelvic, and it causes an issue on my left side, and just, it's uncomfortable. And lately, I've also been experiencing stomach issues again, and not necessarily related to my food intolerances. I've known about my food intolerances for the last 3 or 4 years, 3 years at this point. And once I found out about my intolerances, I completely stopped everything. Here and there, I might, have a little bit more soy in something, or there's sesame in something that I don't know about, and it might cause a little upset. But when it comes to the other things, corn, peanut, walnut, like I do not eat these things. It creates disruption in me, like my bowels. I'm not okay. My stomach is always in knots. But lately, I've just been feeling like a lot of gas in my belly, and like I can't move it. A lot of burbling in my intestines, and I hear it late at night. And it's just like stress. I feel stress in my body. I feel stress in my, I know when something's off, right? So when he found that there's like a lack of circulation, yes. When he found that there was a lack of feminine energy movement, that's true. The last 2 periods of mine were irregular. They were shorter in time frame. So, and that happened last year too, but there was a lot of other stresses happening. So that was kind of like okay, that's the reason behind it. Whereas this time I'm like, well, why is my thing irregular? Is it the moon? No, seriously, so it's that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why. And then I saw this girl on Instagram. She was talking about how she went to this herbalist in Chinatown, and how they just looked at her tongue. And I was like, I wonder what they will see. And me and my dad were talking about it. We've always respected and been into Chinese culture, Chinese tradition, the art of, or the respect to, what's it called, like Taekwondo or martial arts, even that, or just like the overall medicine part of it. My father's mother, my grandmother, was a huge herbalist. Like she wanted to write a book. She had this book where she wrote notes on all the herbs and all the things that it does. So in my family, we just kind of believe in natural medicines. We don't take a lot of medicine at all. Like I'm so anti. The only medicine I probably ever take is Excedrin and Pepto-Bismol. I don't like anything else. If it's extreme, don't even give me morphine. Give me Teradol. Like, it's just like, we've always been into the natural approach to things, even though my mom's a respiratory therapist and like been in the medical scene all these years, and just like we have a lot of Western medicine information, and then we also lean more on natural side. So I was super intrigued by how easy it was and how inexpensive it was from her story to do something like this. And there's other ones in the neighborhood. The only thing is a lot of them speak just Cantonese. They don't speak any English. So unless you have an interpreter, like it could be an issue. This particular location, they speak English. So yeah, so we're going to get started. I'm going to film a little bit for TikTok, and then we're going to mix it all together and come back and try it for the first time to see how nasty it is, because the lady did. She was like, it doesn't taste good. You can have honey after you're done, because honey's not going to change the taste of it. May the odds ever be in your favor. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, she is boiled. Yay. Okay, wonderful. All right, so see the 16-ounce mark is right there. Let's just pour in. They said that this will, hold on, I need to make sure this is close. They said that it will, actually, let me keep this off. That it will all dissolve, that I just, have to simply mix it. It'll all dissolve together, it'll be fine. Woo, yay. Obviously, this is piping hot, so we're going to give it a couple minutes, right, for it to cool down in a way where I don't burn my face. But I see some of it is not really, okay. Well, I mean, there's a lot of roots in here, okay? There's a lot of things, and I don't know if I went to Lynn's sister, okay, at 4 Bowery. You know what? It smells like the flaxseed when it was warm. So I'm just gonna set this over here. And I'll come back once it cools down a bit. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't like to suffer, okay? I'm gonna take some Manuka honey. Take half a tablespoon. I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna make a little Manuka honey like concoction, so I can have a sweet, what's it called? A sweet little, what do you call when you're drinking? A chaser. Yes, I'm making a chaser. Because I'm not put on this earth to completely suffer all the time. Excellent. Add a little bit more water to it. So we have Le Chaser. Okay. Let's get the pour, because all right, so I have 2 8-ounce glasses here, and I made myself a little Manuka honey chaser because she said I could have honey right after. Excellent. Perfect. Ooh. Let's see, is that 8? No. No, it's not even close to it. Okay. Okay, is that 8? Yeah, more or less. Let's just get it over with. Okay, all right. And we're gonna put the rest in this jar, and we're just gonna. We can warm it up later. She said, just put it to the side and heat it up when it's time. Is that supposed to be? There's so much at the bottom. I'm just gonna go with the flow. They didn't say use a strainer, so I don't know. All right. Okay. All right. You know, I'm nervous about the taste. I'm nervous about after it being in my body for some time and it trying to regulate in there. But here goes nothing. Okay. It's still hot. I don't want to burn my lip. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let's just be good to my body, please. Align me in all the ways needed. I'm scared of you. Please don't treat me bad. Okay. It's hot. It's bitter. It's not like gag worthy. A little manuka honey. It's it tastes like bitter. All right. I feel like I got poop. I'm so nervous. Let me call y'all back. But it's not terrible. I think I can handle this. Let me just get through it. Okay. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to relieve that feeling. I'm nervous. Spooky dookies. Like, I can't help it. I need like a shorter cup. It takes too long to get to that part. It says that you can have like a sip of something like this, or a little piece of fruit after each sip if it's like so bitter. I want to get to a point where I could kind of like take more at a time. At a certain point, you kind of like get numb to the taste, I guess because it's hot. And it's burning my tongue. Ugh. I'm getting this hot in here because this is hot. But you know what? They say that in traditional Chinese medicine, like women need to keep heat in them. And like, oh, the other day I did cryotherapy, and it honestly, I felt like it threw me off so badly. And I forgot that I saw something on the internet that basically said women should not be doing cryotherapy because it knocks us off so bad. Like, yes, there's like, when it comes to muscle therapy, and all of that, like icing and all that, yes, it helps. But like full-blown body cryo, they said, nah, pass on that. And I should have passed on that. And that's when I started to feel a little off in my tummy. Okay, I'm burping a lot. Why is that happening? How long is this going to take me? Like, will it be a crime if I don't finish all of it every single time? Let me ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT don't know everything, but sometimes I just feel like I can ask it something. It basically said, this is how my ChatGPT talks to me. No, love, you absolutely do not have to finish the full 8 ounces on your first try. This is your body's test run, not a race or requirement. Here's how to make it safe and manageable. Start with 2 to 3 ounces only, just a few small sips. Wait 15 10 to 15 minutes and just notice how your stomach feels, any warmth, burping, or nausea. If you feel fine, then you can slowly sip over time, a few more ounces. Even spacing it out over an hour is okay. If you feel uneasy, stop there for now. If you can build up later, the point is to introduce it gently so your system and your nerves stay calm. Your body still absorbs the herbs even in small amounts. It's better to go slow than to overwhelm your stomach. Tip, you can even split the tea into 2 4-ounce cups, one now, one for later in the day, instead of 8 ounces at once. Want to tell me how it smells, tastes before you start? I can give you a trick to make it easier to sip a straw. My chat GPT is down for me, okay? I think, let me just wait a few more minutes. I'm proud of myself, but I'm scared of how the next hour or two is going to be. I'm doing my best, Tom. I'm doing my absolute best. I am going to finish this, but I actually want to make a ginger tea because it gave me a good note to like do that, to like balance myself. I'm gonna drink this after to one, like help me with just digestion, nausea, but also for anti-inflammation and to keep the flow of like keeping your body warm also. Okay, so I finished it, cookies. I'm not one of those people where I can handle a lot of bitter taste overall. Like I'm not someone who willingly drinks things that don't taste good. Like let's say, for instance, I don't drink alcohol. I do not like the taste of it. It's bitter. It's to me, I just don't agree with it. It's just not for me, right? So I know that some liquors or certain drinks have like a strong taste to it where it hits you in the chest. And I feel like people who are used to that, or, you know, that's like their palate, they can take something like this just down the hatch and it not be a thing. Like it's a little zing, you know, but for me, it's like, this is a different territory. I like coconut water. I like water. I like lattes with a bit of coconut and vanilla hints to it. I like matcha with a back end of brown sugar behind it. Like I'm just not, I don't love a bitter thing. The only thing bitter that I can get down with are pickled items, you know, that kind of, I don't, cheeses, like real stinky cheeses, but like, I am not one for like, ooh, let's get all the like weird little tasties in my system. No, I'm not like that. Because also I don't like getting sick. I don't like the fear of I have a fear of getting sick. So anyway, first dose down. Second dose is chilling. We're going to put her in the fridge in a few more minutes. I'm going to stick with the Manuka honey chaser because that definitely helped. Yeah, overall, just a little burping as my stomach is like accepting the fluids here. I feel a little bit of energy, like excitement. I did pass gas once or twice and it stank really bad, but I don't know if it was because of this, my nervous energy, or the fact that I had them dry rub wings last night that didn't taste like much past the Cajun skin. Yeah, and I'm gonna have my ginger tea here. I'm going to download some footage, and this is going to go on for the next 2 weeks, twice a day. And I'm glad that I don't have a lot of things that I need to do in person with anyone, because like I said, I feel like October is definitely like a quieter month. The only thing that I have going on, I have 2 events lined up on Thursday. One is at Bergdorf. The other one, I still don't know the address of it just yet. If it's all the way in Brooklyn, I'm not going to go that far knowing that I'm on this. But also, too, by day 4, I might feel more in control of whatever my body needs to process when it comes to this. So we'll see. Maybe I'll feel brave enough to go out and about and, you know, be out in the world with this. But yeah, I mean, what else did I need to catch y'all up on? I don't even know. Editing me might come in and out, but overall, last week was really smooth. You know, it was a good week. I think it was pretty busy overall. I missed 1 or 2 things because I wasn't feeling my best. I'm tired of not feeling my best. I'm tired of feeling like I don't know what's going on with me, or just feeling off. Like, I want to feel like my best self. And it's like, I know a lot of people say, oh, even when you're not feeling your best, like, still try to live life fully. And I'm like, I get that, and I do. I be out and not feeling my best, right? But I do feel like, why, if I can try to figure it out, if I can try to get aligned, why not try? Why not try? Let me see what I can do. So yeah, I do want to live life fully despite whatever might be going on, but you can't fully enjoy it when you don't fully feel like yourself or close to it, or know why you're not feeling like yourself. You know, so yeah, that I'm ready. I want to do this. I want to do this journey. And I also have been given potentially an opportunity to do something for my body in 6 months with a really cool brand that I used to work for, and we're gonna iron out the kinks this week also. But yeah, something that is geared to focus on women's health and just overall restoration and things like that. Like, I am not joking anymore. I just had a birthday. This is my new year. I want to be in control. I want to feel good. This is my 20th year, going into my 20th year of living in New York City. My best, most favorite relationship I've ever had, outside of the one with myself. So it's like, I want to make sure that I am being so intentional with me, my body, my time, my health, my finances, my relationships with people. I want to be so intentional with it. So if that means locking in for 2 weeks for this, and then locking in for 6 months for fitness and wellness and overall just awareness of self, reading the Bible every day, going, like, yeah, I might be a little inside my house all the time, but like, I'd rather take this opportunity now as we're about to go into the colder months. This is the perfect time for me. This is the perfect time. I'm not really concerned about the holidays either coming up, as far as like being out and about. I told Carlos I'm going home to see my parents, and I just want to sleep. I just want to be in my parents' house for like 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's and not worry about nothing. Like, I want to relax. I want to reset and be my full self, so I can be my full self for y'all in this career that I really enjoy and want to enjoy even more, and be ready for all opportunities that come. And that's that. That is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and rocking with me, and that you had fun, and I'll see y'all in the next one. We're going to be in the house, but we have other things lined up for the next one as far as resetting the space as well. Yeah. So I'll see y'all later. Stay safe. Stay you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, cookies.